The final on-air conversation between BBC presenter Tony Livesey and the late Dame Deborah James is among the winning clips at the Audio and Radio Industry Awards, ARIAs, this year. Speaking earlier this year about the moving radio chat with a late campaigner, Tony recalled not being able to put the phone down during what would become their final call, as he knew it would be the last time I would speak to her. Mom of two Deborah, who died at the age of 40 last year, asked the radio presenter to conduct what would be her final interview over the phone. Tony noted how he and Deborah had many honest chats over the years, but their final one was perhaps the most honest conversation of all, recalling how the late campaigner was crying during their interview and admitted she was scared of dying for the first time. Ending that call was one of the hardest things he has ever had to do, Tony heartbreaking explained to the Radio Times last month. I couldn't put the phone down as I knew it would be the last time I would speak to her. We were like young kids on a date. You put it down, no you put it down. In the end she put the phone down. And that was the last time I ever spoke to her. The 1-minute 30-second clip, where Livesey refuses to say goodbye to Dame Deborah, instead thanking her and telling her he has a big warm hug for her, has now won the public-voted Radio Times Moment of the Year at Audio and Radio Industry Awards, ARIAs. Celebrating audio and radio across 28 categories, the ARIAs is streaming live from London's West End, hosted by TV personality Rylan Clark, on Tuesday. Several of the biggest winners this year focus on coping with death and loss. Dame Deborah, who set up the Babe Cancer Research Fund, died last year at the age of 40 after suffering from bowel cancer, and she made a touching last appearance on 5 Live in May shortly before her death. Dame Deborah's podcast, You, Me and the Big C, which she launched as co-host with 2 other cancer patients, Lauren Mahan and Rachel Bland, also won the Impact Award. The BBC Radio 5 podcast explores life with cancer and dealing with myths about the disease. U.S. comedian Rob Delaney's A Heart That Works, a memoir about his son Henry, who died of a brain tumor in January 18 at the age of 2, took the award for Best Audiobook or Reading. Radio DJ Tony Blackburn has won the Pioneer Award for his contribution to the popularity of soul music in the UK over 60 years in broadcasting, while fellow BBC presenter Craig Charles scooped Best Music Entertainment Show. Another BBC show, For the Love of Hip Hop, with British comedian Romesh Ranganathan, won Best Specialist Music Show. The national broadcaster took home 17 Gold Awards, with Radio 4 claiming the first spot in 7 categories. Held at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, with the winners, the 2023 ARIAs is being attended by stars including BBC DJ Greg James and former Made in Chelsea personality Jamie Lying. Rylan, who will front part of the BBC's Eurovision Song Contest coverage in Liverpool next week, said, "The biggest night in radio didn't disappoint. I had so much fun on the stage. I dashed down from Liverpool for it, and I'll be back on a train before midnight, but not even Eurovision can keep me away from my radio family." Follow Mirror Celebs on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook.
Good.